Hello there! We are your rookie YouTube reviewers, here to spill our opinions on movies, cartoons, TV shows and so on. We'd be super glad if you stick around till the end and drop a like in advance. So now enjoying the video.
Blah 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 blah.
If we had to introduce ourselves quickly, we're Jade and Yami art. Both 17, both kind of can't help it. Now you know who you're watching. And yeah, we're from Ukraine, so before you type Rush Kids Detected, remember, not all Slavs are the same, bro. But enough about our lovely selves. Let's get to the actual review. Date. Does the people what's on the chopping board today?
The Gaslight District is a supernatural crime series about an undead gangster family living in a grim post-apocalyptic world. The story unfolds after the end of the world, and the main characters are immortal residents of an island where death means nothing. The pilot episode premiered on April 18, 2025. The series was created, directed and written by Canadian animator Nick Shopko, also known as a part-time Seagu. Genre-wise, it's a gothic crime drama with a touch of comedy, following characters trying to find their place in a land overrun by immortal criminals. Before watching our review, make sure to check out the original pilot. It's 27 minutes long. Seriously, go watch it, and then come back and join our rotten little family.
And now we're diving into a quick recap. If you're not into that, feel free to skip to this timestamp right here. In the opening scene, we see sunken city, the remnants of human civilization, followed by a strange island. As a voice tells us, the world we once knew was forgotten many centuries ago. We're told about the sinful nature of mankind and how our world once entered a golden age, where life became eternal. Then a clearly unhinged, probably priest-like character begins preaching about a black-blooded creature, a human seen as the ultimate enemy of their world, the one destined to bring about its end. We get thrown straight into a chase scene where we meet the main characters. Mel, short for Melancholy, our gloomy protagonist. Ken, her butcher dad, and Redhead, her brother. There is also Ken's brother Matt. They are all chasing some guy named Jack, who used to work in their cafeteria. Matt, being the only one asking questions, wonders out loud why they are even after Jack. I mean, he seemed like a decent dude. Redhead shrugs it off, saying if they are getting paid, who cares? Mel, trying to impress her dad, jumps onto Jack's car, and through their little argument, we learn she has black blood, and Jack's not planning to keep quiet about it. They crash into something. Mel goes flying and gets hurt. Her black blood is visible, but no one seems to notice, except for an angel watching from afar. Ken tells Redhead to throw Jack into the sea and chain him up. Then we see Ken's butcher shop, where Matt, who works there, tries to convince Mel to teach her dad and come work for him instead. Later, Mel mocks her dad, joking, "You are mad because I'm now an official member of the Smiling Corpses." Ken replies, calling her his delicate and charming little girl, while Matt comments that she just causes trouble whenever she's bored. Mel cuts him off, yelling, "Already did?" and loudly announces to the whole butcher shop that she's planning to steal an angel's egg. Naturally, her dad loses it and drags her into the freezer, where she starts explaining her plan. Swap a human egg for an angel egg. Kill it in front of a crowd. The dumb masses will believe it, and the Butcher Squad will get all the fame with their suspicious. Ken's pissed, says it was just bad luck that Jack found out, but the rest. Mel ran her mouth and now half the stuff is gone. She keeps sweet talking him and in the end falls out like nothing happened. Next scene, they are rolling up to the Lost Paradise, pretending to be a cargo crew. We meet the virtue of diligent, cocky, smart, but lets them through without a fuss. The team suit up in local soldier uniform. Redhead lures the angels in, probably to stir up a storm and cause a distraction. Then Matt kills some dude he knows and takes his spot in the control room, messing with the guards through a fake announcement. Everything's going according to plan, but then
Mel and Ken are heading toward their destination. Mel asks Ken if he is proud of her, but he notices a familiar looking door. He asks her to wait by the stairs while he goes through the mysterious entrance. It turns out to be an ascent to the so-called heavens. Naturally, Mel doesn't listen to her father and decides to go up herself. We see a scene where the virtue of Temperance is doing something with a mysterious egg. Ken enters. Temperance had been hiding and is shocked that Kane found him. He starts pleading, saying he didn't tell anyone and didn't do anything just like he asked, all in hopes of being spared. But from the moment Ken kills Temperance, things start to spiral. On Matt's surveillance screens, we see that guy come back from the dead. Meanwhile, Mel reaches what appears to be paradise. She meets the mother of angels who tells her how much she's grown, child of a man. This implies that the angelic mother has known Mel since she was young. The scene cuts back to Ken, who ends up devouring the virtue. Back with Matt, the resurrected guy twists his neck and sets off the alarm. Meanwhile, the mother of angels talks about a prophecy while Mel tries to take the egg. She says that the day is drawing closer and closer. Right then, Mel stops her in the head with a knife and runs. Matt and Bradhead also start their own escape. On her way down the stairs, Mel meets her father again. He is angry she didn't wait like he asked, but with the chaos breaking out, it doesn't matter anymore. The whole place is descending into madness. They crash into a truck while the mother continues rambling on about the prophecy. We jump to the execution of the fake human egg things. Ken gives a dramatic speech about how pathetic and disgusting humans are, while Mel looks visibly uncomfortable. Just as she is about to smash the egg, it starts to crack, and an angelic chick hatches from it. Turns out they were bluffing all along, and the crowd turns on them, calling them liars. And the episode ends there. And now, pull the guts out of your ears and get ready for some fan facts. So far, there aren't too many fan facts since only the pilot episode is out, but I still managed to dig up a few. Bradhead sleeps in a bread box. It's kinda make a sense. According to Nick Shopko, Ken personally rescued Mel from the angel eggs and is always ready to do anything to keep her safe. It's interesting how deeply Ken cares about Mel despite her purpose. Hopefully we will see more about that in the future. Bradhead powers up by consuming ingredients. He literally builds up energy by chewing on yeast and drinks. In one scene, he sniffs and gulps down yeast in order to grow and rip a truck apart. Some of the drawings and notes in Mel's plan were actually made by her voice actress, Alana Fitzgerald. Mel is named after a mental state. Melancholy. Her full name, Melancholy Hill, is clearly a reference to the Gorillaz song On Melancholy Hill. The creator confirmed right away that Mel and Bradhead are siblings to avoid shipping them. Honestly, I don't think that will stop the internet. Matt design is inspired by character Starman from the 1985 film Return of the Living Dead. Another fun fact, this world even has its own alphabet or language, which is used from some city names and more. Some fans have already discovered Easter eggs from glitch hidden in it. Here's a picture of the alphabet. Feel free to try and decode something yourself. Alright, now it's time for my own opinion and even a few theories. After my first watch, I was overwhelmed with so many ideas. It felt like they were just forcefully crammed into my brain. And maybe because of that, I didn't really enjoy the show at first. But now, after rewatching it enough times, I can say it's actually pretty cool. The characters' design are super memorable, everyone looks unique and has a distinct personality. The world itself is spooky and atmospheric in the best way. There were even moments where the characters were shown in a realistic, exaggerated way that remind me of a SpongeBob. Of course, if you remember those creepy, hyper-detailed close-ups from that show. I really liked how they dropped a lot of Chekhov's guns, little hints and clues that will definitely pay off later. It is the kind of a thing that gets people making theories and guesses about what's coming next. Of course, it's still hard to judge the full story since we only have the pilot for now, but I'm already super curious what kind of a history do Ken and Temperance have. Why does he care so much about Mel, even with the prophecy hanging over them? I am also intrigued by Ken's older brother, Matt. It seems like he is had a rough past with the delegation too. Remember that moment during the escape from heaven where the robot seemed to recognize him? Earlier, Matt also ran into someone he clearly knew but didn't even want to talk to. I'm guessing Matt might have been worked for them before, and maybe that's where his friend betrayed him. And since Matt and Ken are brothers, it makes sense why Ken gets mad just hearing about the delegation. There is also that very first scene that stuck with me. For some reason, I got the feeling that it might be a vision of Mel's destiny, her destroying the Gaslight district. The angels sitting around her and then blocking the screen could be symbolic of that. I've heard some people say the shows give them has-been hotel vibes. I kinda get it, the moody atmosphere, the hellish city streets. And here's something fun I noticed. After the narrator finishes his intro, a fly gets run over by a car. That weirdly reminds me of a Has-Been Hotels pilot 2, where a sinner gets hit by a car right at the start.
Oh, I'm alive! I'm alive!
Now, I wouldn't say this show is better for me than Digital Circus, at least not yet, but I have feeling that by the end I might like it even more than Murder Drones. The creators definitely have the potential to hit us with some really emotional stuff. I imagine we will get scenes like Mel doing whatever that prophecy is predicting, the rest of the gang finding out her secret and clashing with her. That makes a new conflict. The brothers' shady backstory with the delegation coming to light. Also, I have this theory that after the pilot, the crew might actually get thrown in jail. I swear I saw a frame of them in prison uniform somewhere. If I find it, I will drop it in. Anyway, I'm hyped to see what comes next, and I'm hoping that the new episodes will be juicy. Now, let's hear what Yami Art thinks. Share your theories and opinions too.
The pilot episode. Oh, I love it. Honestly, this is exactly what I've been craving for so long. A dark, gothic, unhinged story all about immortality. I rewatched the episode several times and enjoyed it every single time. The visuals, the atmosphere, the characters, the events. It all worked for me almost perfectly. The only thing that threw me off was the broad humor and the overly exaggerated emotion some characters showed. At times, the reactions were so over the top that it messed with the pacing. That said, there were some great visual gags like which actually worked and felt fun without ruining the mood too much. As for the pacing, that's probably the biggest issue of the episode. Sometimes the story jumps too suddenly, and other times it's just full-on chaos. There are moments of vagueness that don't really help the plot. They actually make it harder to follow. Honestly, it would have been easier if some things were just said straight out. I, for one, had to rewatch the episode 2 or 3 times and even explained it to my friend Jade. He didn't catch the difference between the angelic and the human one at first, and didn't realize the characters were deliberately trying to steal the angels. I'm guessing the creator just didn't have enough time. They tried to cram too many ideas in at once. Still, the story and the world feel really unique, and that instantly hooked me. What is especially loved was the way it mixed things that seemed totally incompatible, like the Constescope system. The creator built a world that instantly grabs your eye and attention. He flipped everything we're used to. Instead of the usual whites of angelic figures, we get dark, raged crows acting as angels. That reverse image alone makes this project stand out from tons of similar stories. I was also pleasantly surprised that the main heroine didn't annoy me. There were moments where she was this close to becoming your typical irritating teenage character, but no. The writers kept her personality alive, natural, and even likable. And honestly, I already have so many theories and thoughts about what's going on. It's hard not to start writing about them right now. Kane was way too confident and knew too much about the ed and the virtues. It felt like he used to be part of some old agreement and now he's breaking the rules. Details his weird reaction to the Heaven's Gate and how he killed Temperance without even hesitating. My take, I don't think Ken is just some butcher dad. He's definitely hiding something, maybe even from his own family. And then there is the black blood. It seems to be a sign of the dark angels. Mel has black blood and the angel mother clearly recognizes her. I think there is a real chance Mel is some kind of fallen angel, or maybe even a being created to destroy the old world. Details the angel mother's lines and how she treated Mel, it was almost motherly. My take, I love this theory. It will explain why Mel doesn't fully feel like a human and why others treat her like something different. The angels aren't protectors, they are wardens. Instead of classic guardians, angels we see beings that act more like prison guards for the world. They maintain order, but not to help people. It's all about keeping the old system intact. The pilot episode gave us something really interesting. At the very bottom, where the condemned are kept, a hook drops right in front of Jack. That felt like a clear hint. He's going to be pulled back up. And once he returns, all the buried secrets of the district will start to unravel. The prophecy about a man who will destroy the Gaslight district might be fake. There is a strong chance it's not some ancient prediction, but a man-made myth, possibly created by the elite or an organization like Virtue Corporation. The goal? To keep people afraid, justify repression and control anyone who might threaten the system. Details fear-based manipulation using religious imagery. The Virtus acting more like corporated executives than saints. My take, this feels incredibly believable. Power structures love inventing threats. It gives them an excuse to tighten control. So maybe the real danger to the district isn't some mythical being. It's people starting to ask questions. I mean, maybe Mel isn't just a black-blooded human. She might be an experiment meant to restart humanity. There is a theory that Mel was artificially created, not born. Her true purpose might be tied to rebuilding the lost human civilization. The timing of her appearance, her blood, and how the angel mother back to her all hint at something much bigger than she realizes. Her behavior is different from the smiling dead. She has dreams, emotions, and resists the system. What it means? If Mel is a project meant to restore humanity, then to the angels, Virtus, and all the current new inhabitants of the Gaslight district. She represents the literal end of the world. The rebirth of humanity will destroy their fragile post-catastrophe society. My opinion, even if isn't no state outright, yet we've already been given a lot of hints. I think her uniqueness will become more and more important as the story progresses. Throughout the pilot we see the same angel, black-painted, repeatedly crossing paths with Mel. Sometimes it just appears in the background, other times it seems to be watching her actions. This is not a coincidence. Possible explanations. Someone has been watching her through the angel. Perhaps the angels, or those controlling them, knew about her special origin and feared her actions. The angel is a marker or beacon. It doesn't just observe, but seems to be tracking her movements for someone. The angel's independent mission. What if the specific angel is not under control, but chose Mel for surveillance or assistance? What this means, if Mel has been watched all this time, it suggests her actions were either anticipated or dangerous for the system. This cold hints that Virtue Corporation or higher beings have known about her existence for a long time and may have even tried to control her.
We hope you found this interesting and watch it all the way through. It really helps us a lot if you leave a like and subscribe to our lovely and hopefully not rotting selves.
Also, it will be interesting to read your theories and opinions on our review and the pilot. Goodbye everyone!